Keeps it real.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Staying Forever Strong. Today I have with me Stephanie Mearse, a published author and speaker, and Austin Collins, a registered investor. How are you?
Hi, we're doing good. How are you?
Good. How you holding up during this crazy time?
Pretty well, actually.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. So we're in one of the essential businesses. We're in investment advisory, which is banking. So
Okay.
we're one of the services that is still open pretty much daily. And I mean, the stock market doesn't stop. So that's kind of what we work on every single day. So that hasn't changed a lot for us, but everything else around the world sure in the heck has. And it's amazing how we've had to pivot in so many different ways. To continue in other aspects of our lives. So it's a really unique and awesome time, huh, Austin?
Yeah, I completely agree. It's the market never stops, never sleeps. Besides on weekend.
No, it's true though. Like with the economy, the stocks, everything's up and down always, but never does sleep. So
Exciting time to be alive.
yes. So what else have you guys been up to? Do you work full days? How's like your schedule pretty much the same?
So Austin, you want to go first and then I'll go?
Yeah, so my schedule is pretty much the same. Like she said, we're essential business, so just going to work pretty much every day, either talking to clients or trying to get new clients, especially during a time like this where there's a lot of opportunity in the market. Trying to work out.
Yeah.
When I get
And I'm also working for full-time within the firm itself, but I also have several other things that I'm working on too. So I'm also a CEO of a women's empowerment group, and that is all done virtually now, where we were meeting in person before at all of our branches. So that's been a unique time being virtual. And then I'm also a president of a nonprofit that helps women and children on the streets. And so we're basically gathering funds to be able to go get food and hand it out to the different homeless camps, which has been, a little bit more difficult because of everything going on. Yeah. It's harder to get money for nonprofits, but, the homeless people, unfortunately, are the ones that are really struggling right now because there's not as many people out to get money and, those type of things. So we're really taking into consideration how we can be helping in that aspect. And then, of course, the 9 to 5, like I work 9 to 5 or roughly, I get to make my own schedule, but 9 to 5. And yeah, so it's been a really interesting time. But honestly, I find this as encouragement. So for me, adversity always creates opportunity. And so if you have adversity, there's a good chance of creating an opportunity that you didn't even know existed before, or find ways of doing something that you never even thought, oh, wow, I never thought of doing it this way. Let's do it this way. And then you'll see your business or whatever you're doing grow even more because you've pivoted in a direction that you didn't even know existed. And so that's been pretty wonderful in itself. But I also am trying to stay encouraged because there's so many people that are so fearful right now.
Yeah.
That I'm here to genuinely try to encourage people to move forward in a positive manner, because right now it's hard to be positive. And so it's really, and everyone's so fearful that we're all about, okay, so if you're fear-based right now, how do we fix that? And how do we get to that level of being able to accomplish something within a shorter time frame? So.
I love that. Yeah. That's kind of like why I wanted to do this, like these little video segments too. It's because everyone goes through hard times in general, and everyone's going through a hard time right now. So it's like nice to see some positivity like on like social media instead of always this negative, this fear. Like I want to show like there is something to be said about people coming together.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I commend you for doing that. People do need a pick-me-up every now and then, especially in all the negativity they see.
Yeah, thank you. And I think what you guys are doing is so cool too. And I love like the women group you're the CEO of. I think that's all so amazing.
Yeah, and really honestly, all we're about is we're trying to encourage women to gather. Even though we can't physically see each other, we can still be helping and encouraging one another in different ways. So if somebody's having a really hard time financially, we can be pitching in to see how we can help that person. Or if or if there's another person who's having a hard time with physical health because of all of this chaos, because they're so worried and so stressed out, we can see how we can be helping that person. So it's all about, pitching in to help one another. And the more we do that, the more likely that at the end of this, we're all going to be stronger than we started.
Yeah, that's amazing. So thank you guys for that. And what else where are you guys located?
We're out in Rancho Cordova, but we go everywhere, wherever they need us.
Yeah, in California.
Yeah.
And you're
Okay.
in California, right?
No, I'm in Michigan.
That's right, Michigan. I love
the East or the Midwest.
it. Yes, I love it.
So what have you been doing to keep yourself busy during these times?
This, and trying to like get my brand
Yeah.
more like, because I'm all about like invisible illness, so that could be mental health, chronic pain,
Yeah.
chronic illness, really anything. Because like I look how like I'm sorry I can't like talk today, but people like me look healthy, but I'm in constant 24/7 pain from a bad car accident.
So I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. I'm okay, but so I'm able to actually like now help others, and like that's kind of what my podcast is.
Yeah.
Like with Level Access, Staying Forever Strong. It's we all go through these hard times, so I want to be able to showcase like people can come through.
Yeah, just overcoming those barriers and not being a victim
Yeah.
of circumstances. Yeah.
Yeah. So how else have you guys been like trying to stay like strong and positive during like either right now or just even in hard times in general? It can be so
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm getting some feedback there. Generally, I try to work out. I think that, does a lot for a person. It's hard to do. Nobody really wants to do it, but I'm telling you that first time you decide you're going to go on a run or you're going to lift some weights or do something, you'll feel like 1,000% better than you did 5 minutes before. So that's kind of a way that I'm at least feeling positive mentally and staying strong there. Once you get into that lazy downward spiral of sitting in front of the TV, all day long, oh man, you could go down that rabbit hole and never come out.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
that's how I'm doing it.
I love it. Yeah. And what I'm doing is I'm listening every morning. I listen to positive affirmations to start my morning off in a positive way. Meditation is very helpful to get a sound mind. So if there's any stress or anything else, it kind of tends to melt things away. Also, if there's a lot to be stressed out about on a specific day. So for example, in my opinion, stress is or fear is basically a lack of control, right? And so if you can't control something, you're going to be more afraid of something. So therefore, if you break it down in the morning, sometimes I'm like, okay, so what am I fearful of today? And I break down what those problems are. So for example, oh gosh, how am I going to be able to fit everything in that I have to do today? Okay, so then break it down, put it down, basically goals and what I need to achieve in that day. And then if I have a plan in place, that fear is basically subsides. And that's how it is in general. If you take that fear, figure out what it is that you're fearful of, put a way to frame it and how to improve it, then you're less likely to stay in fear. You're more likely to then head in a specific goal. So we're doing that. We're also doing tons of Empower Hour podcast events or a lot of virtual events. And we're also doing a ton of other, as many ways of getting out there to try to help people as much as possible right now.
Well, thank you guys. I love these are so cool because you learn so many new techniques and things too. Like I love the way of like breaking down fear, because then it almost makes it more controllable. So it helps to not be as fearful. So that's definitely something I'm going to be trying, because that's actually a pretty like smart way to do it.
Well, and one of the things that I've noticed that helps me at least is doing a mind dump. Okay, so what that is literally everything you write down, everything in your head, literally everything. I am scared about finances. I am scared about, my health. I am scared about my fear, my pain, whatever that may be. Just write down everything. And I mean, even like, oh, I've got to remember to take out the trash. I mean, everything that is in your head. Once you write everything down, then you start to block it out into sections. So for example, if you write down 3 different versions of, oh, I need to lose weight. Okay, so eat healthy, work out, this and this, right? Then you block those off and say, okay, so when do I need to be doing those, and put them into a timeline basically. And same with finances. If I need to make more money, okay, so how do I get a paycheck? What are, or how do I need to look at my financial picture? You know, the whole 9 yards, and you would put that into a lump and then figure out how soon does that need to be something achieved. And so the more you do something along those lines, the more likely you're going to be able to have a lack of fear.
Yeah, no, I think it's smart, and it's makes it less fearful. So I love that. Thank you. Before we head off, is there anything else you guys want to add? Do you want to, anyone can find you guys?
Yeah, we want to add that if anybody needs a financial advisor, call me. we are extending that resource to people. We are giving a free portfolio analysis right now, or if you just want to get started down your path for financial success, however old you may be, now is a good time to start. We haven't seen times like these since like 11 years ago, especially for younger people too.
Mhm.
I mean, I know 11 years ago I didn't even have a job, so I couldn't invest anything. But now's the time.
Yeah.
Like I said, we haven't seen things like a time like this in a very, very, very long time. So yeah, I just want to extend that resource to people if they need it.
Yeah, and if they want to get a hold of Austin, they can go to dsrtcptl.com and get our phone numbers,
or Facebook. You can find me on Facebook, Austin Collins.
Yes.
On Facebook.
Yeah, and then you're also welcome to contact me if you're in need of help with if you're homeless and need some help there. If you need just a women's group to get a hold of and get some help with, you can check out my website at stephaniemearse.com.
All right. Thank you, guys. And this was another episode of Staying Forever Strong. I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.